So after the election, our Prime Minister has been going around saying, thank you, I have a brand new mandate, a clear mandate to put in the plan. John Wright's been talking about politics for years and years. I want to put the question to you. What mandate and what plan? I must have missed it.
Well, I guess the first thing is if the old numbers were good enough for a mandate, the new numbers are too, because they're just like the old ones.
Is he just justifying his call of the election?
Yeah, but secondly, what else is he going to say, Stephen? I'm sorry, I didn't deliver a majority. I mean, he gets up there and basically says the same thing he did in Toronto when he said, I'm going to make sure that there's a federal law to make sure that people can't block hospitals. And you kind of go, that exists already, isn't it? So, I mean, this is the falsehood of positive politics. He put a good face on it, and he left the building. And so he gets to go back and he's got the keys to the door this morning of the Prime Minister's office.
Why do politicians think that people care whether they have a mandate or a majority? I mean, I bet most people don't give a rat's ass as to whether he has a majority or a minority.
Well,
do they?
Well, they may not, except that in trying to get things through Parliament in a minority, you have to lean on other people. So now there's the big courting case that goes on. Jagmeet Singh, who basically said, I don't know whether I want to be with that guy, is now going to be able to be with that guy again. And so, minorities are different from majorities because at the end of the day, it allows you to say, I'm not doing what I want to do because it's being held back by these people, so let's go to the public and have a mandate. And didn't we just have that happen? So it gives an excuse in the process as well to move ahead.
And so when Justin Trudeau said, now we're going to move ahead, he could have done it before the election, but now we're going to move ahead. Where are we going? Where's he moving ahead to?
Well,
you followed it.
You know what? I don't know where he's going. I would say this, however, that maybe it's best that Aaron O'Toole didn't win this round, because if he did, he's going to own everything behind the curtain. The huge deficit, the stuff we don't know anything about, the two Michaels, all of that Aaron O'Toole would have had, and he'd be the dog that caught the wheel. Now, the Liberals own this. Every piece, every day, and they're going to have to answer for it.
Are you suggesting that the next 2 or 3 years is going to be a big expose of all these problems and Canada's going to be in trouble?
I think Canada, as a citizen, I think it's got a lot of challenges. But I think there's going to be a lot of exposés. There are going to be people who are wondering about whether Mr. Trudeau can hang on. I think he probably will because he's got the corner office.
There's nothing to stop it. Challenging him.
But the reality is that there's a whole lot of external factors that come to play, whether it's the GDP or whether it's the slide in the stock market or whether it's an international event where you don't get to play in the sandbox with the big people. These things are the things that challenge the legitimacy of what the plan is, because if you're not being invited to the big kids' table, maybe you don't have the right plan.
Good words. We'll end it on that one. 3 minutes. With Justin in his third term, now more than ever, you're going to need independent news. How else are we going to find out how many hundreds of millions of dollars he's giving to the former Liberal MPs? Stick with us. Please subscribe and PayPal. Keep us on the air.